Welcome back to the Richard and Greg show.
Yes, thank you. So I should probably hit play. Yeah, there we go. Interesting thing that's been occurring in my life recently. My father has started to learn to use emoticons. Particularly the little pre-made ones in the phones, which are like little yellow faces.
Yeah.
I don't think he's quite learned how to match up the emotions of the emoticon with the actual message. But, interesting experience. It's always a little adorable. It's one of those funny things where you grow up with it, you don't even think about it, and you don't realize that other people, like older people, may have no idea what you're talking about. It started with my brother, actually. My brother sent an email.
Yeah.
And put the like smiley face at the end or something. Colon, no, like dash, open brackets, end brackets, I should say. And my dad was like, "What does that mean? What are these serious things?" It's a smiley. Oh, hello. Whoop! Something's happened.
I think this is this event again.
As we were scrolling, I can see Ain could use some guidance in the art of war, and we really didn't want to be stressed.
Yeah, and this is our hover over a portrait. See? Oh, is it a daughter?
Yeah.
But no, we don't really want to stress for her, and she doesn't need to.
She doesn't need to be a soldier. Yes.
Well, brave is actually a bit of a tricky trait.
Yeah.
So obviously there's a +2 to martial, which is nice.
Yep. All the
and
hunky-dory stuff here.
Your vassals like you +5. You get some. Anyway, it also increases your chance of dying in battle.
Really?
If you're a commander of a flank.
Wow.
It was just not something that's obvious, but it's not like a significant increase.
Yeah, but it is an increase.
So it's sort of like it's a good trait, but there's this undocumented risk.
The only practical effect it'll have on our daughter is that people will like her better, because
because unless she becomes a title holder, she won't have any vassals.
Yeah. Well, I guess people who are also brave will like her.
Oh, that's true. There's the same.
Minor, like, because we can't make her a soldier due to our laws.
Yeah.
It's something we just can't.
So if we were playing as like a Cathars, or I think Massalians, or if we get our role of women law up, then there'd be a reason to train her as a general. But yeah, but even then, I mean,
I used to read these books. I cannot remember what they're called. It's a series of books. It's set in like medieval Europe, following this boy. Most of them, the last book was him grown up, but following this boy. Goodness, I can't even remember his name. I think his name was Pagan or something ironic like that. Hello.
Pope likes us.
Good.
We could actually be sending our court chaplain to increase relations with the guy in Desuman.
Yeah, may as well.
Because we don't really need people affection.
But it's
that one, yeah.
And then
but it might help.
But yeah,
and we can probably actually take our chancellor off.
Oh yeah, that's right, because he's not gonna not give us any bonuses. No. Where are you?
So okay, there's two things we could do. You might want to pause for a sec.
Yeah. Do we need our scheming here anymore?
No, we don't. Not really. We should probably put our spy master to scheme in our capital.
So scheme in capital.
Yeah. So because basically, if a plotter wants to succeed, they'll be trying to recruit fellow plotters, conspirators, if you will.
Sure.
From our court. Mm-hmm. And so our spy master will detect the conspirators in our court, and hence reveal the plot.
Yes. So it's defensive, basically.
Yeah. So we're not looking. So this is basically any scheme against us. We have a much higher chance to detect. Mm-hmm. But if we were trying to find, see if someone particularly was scheming, we would want to scheme in there.
Okay. More sheltered focus. Who's this one? Fergil. He has no. Oh wait, he's just got numbers.
Yeah.
Intrigue. There's none of those which do intrigue. So.
The best one for intrigue would be, thrift.
Thrift, really?
Yeah, curious and fussy.
Okay.
Well, fussy is particularly, but curious. Curious can turn into shrewd, which is +2 to everything, and a little bit of vassal opinion. So it's a solid
solid one to go for.
It used to turn into quick, which was a genetic trait, and you ended up with like all of the counties ending up with combinations of quick and stupid and strong, because they had these, people were becoming these inheritable traits. And of course they passed it on. Now it's just
individual.
It's a weaker version of the genetic trait.
Right, okay.
So genetic trait's still quite valuable.
Yes. Oh, hello. Mission has been a success. Yep, I'm fine with that.
Cool. That's the guy who doesn't like us.
Yes, that's right. It is.
So, I mean, he still doesn't like us, I think, but he dislikes us less.
That's true. Hello, Donald is doing a superb job. I'm having trouble with a town and a castle in Tudududu, and I shall, of course, send my chancellor to try and increase the relation between them and us. But which one should I start with, the town or the castle?
I would definitely go to the town, because our only feudal vassal is that other earl.
Yes, okay, and he already loves us.
And actually, let's check in on our council. See if he's changed position. My council.
Oh yeah. Bloop. Nope, still zealot.
He must be zealous himself.
Paranoid, zealous.
So that zealous waiting is unfortunately gonna take it. If he wasn't zealous, and he may change.
Yeah. So he's not yes man yet, but he's still a big friend. So
he helps us out in plots.
Yeah.
Which was. And that guy gave up with a fight, so we didn't even have to change our revoking laws.
Yeah, that's also true.
I wonder if that's an oversight that you can plot to revoke without having the laws to revoke.
Maybe. I mean,
I could go either way on it. Because you're sort of underhanding.
Yeah, it is underhanded, rather than a legal measure. Because I mean, I guess when you have the power to just revoke titles, there's no reason to plot to do it.
Well, plotting is kind of like...
Bishop, that's fine.
Yeah, well that's the other guy, doesn't know that.
There's this guy up here, yeah. We want him on side.
So plotting is more like building the legal framework to revoke. Or the illegal
creating some false pretense to
revoking just set the law to revoke just says the top liege has the right to revoke titles.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's something that he's allowed to do. Doesn't give him the justification to do it, but it's something that he can do.
Yeah.
If and people can get really pissy over it.
Yeah. As you imagine. But alright. Anyway, I was saying before, I used to read these books when I was a kid. I think his name was Pagan. He became like he was a very smart kid, big reader. And he became the squire or some such to a knight who was very, very devout, and it was a Templar and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And so he got mixed up in the Crusades and so forth. But there's also a lot of abbey politics because excellent. It was a really good series, actually.
Cool.
I most notably remember his curse of choice was Christ in a cream cheese sauce. Which stuck with me. Here we go. Young Anne has finished her education in the ways of intrigue. It seems she has learned all the basic skills required.
Well, she's
flamboyant.
Only rank 2.
Best kind of anything is flamboyant.
Actually, we should.
We should.
That's her there, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
We should marry her off.
We should too. Anything advantageous.
Castellan result. The Duke of Transylvania, who is a master seducer.
And a brilliant strategist.
Oh, King Henry of France. We should do King Henry of France.
Really? Oh, wow. Yep.
You need to right click? Only because... Wow, he's
because he's a king.
Yeah, see that... We'll get that... When they marry, we'll get 149 prestige.
Excellent.
So, it's worth it.
Well, we become close friends with France, which is always nice.
Oh, hello. What's that? Oh, I bet that's...
Accept?
No, that's the one we did. That's the one we set up.
King Henry, yeah.
Yeah. So that was basically the Scottish king saying, we'd like to marry your daughter, and then we just said, actually, we just heard back from the King of France.
What?
Okay, so we sent to the King of France, we would like to betroth our daughter to you.
Yes.
And in the meantime, we got a message from the King of Scotland who, let's overlook the fact that the King of Scotland knew, like, within days of her 16th birthday to ask.
Yeah.
Psychic
powers. It's in the internet. He just looked up on the internet.
Sure.
Yeah, yeah.
The huge Rolodex of eligible. Actually, that more or less is how it used to work. But, you know, basically, like, King of Scotland's like, we'd like someone to marry your daughter. And it's like, well, sorry, we just heard back from King of France.
Okay. My mission 2 has been successful. Cool. Good work.
So they might actually all like us now, and we just have to kind of power through.
To the 10 years.
Yeah, so that's not
Actually, I want to look at my... Oh, hello. Marshal Mayor Ramuma told me about his ideas. I couldn't really understand what he was talking about, but he was adamant in his belief that this would improve the military.
Probably worth it. Yeah, 6 gold. For 5 years of plus 100% spread. Worth it.
Done.
Yeah, you need to go to the...
Oh, sorry, I gotta go to the vassals. I wanted to check out this guy. Well, he dislikes us less.
That's mostly because he wants to sit on the council.
Yeah.
But he's 42. He could die in that time.
Garden with envy.
It's our daughter, isn't it?
Yeah, it is our daughter. She really likes us.
Well, it's a shame that you can't have, like... If someone really likes you, like, our daughter really likes us and we marry into the King of France, like, the King of France will not like us any more than if we had a daughter who hates us. Like,
how much she likes us has no bearing on... Wait, did the Norwegians just took over Devon?
No, that was Cornwall. We talked about that ages ago.
Oh, I thought they had Cornwall. Did they have both?
Yeah.
So
that's that Mary again.
Good.
He's almost likes us. I think he's at -5.
Yeah. But we're still 4 years away from...
It'll go quick at speed 3.
Yeah.
I believe that's export subjects.
Oh, hello. As she's scrolling up, Reihan Army could use some guidance, and one of the things... war. Well, she is an Evangelion pilot, but...
We need to survive 4 more years. Yeah. We cannot afford the stress trade.
And she's not Oscar Langley, saw you, let's be honest.
Yeah. Sure she is not.
Yeah, you agree with me 100%.
I cannot disagree with you.
It's actually funny. So, the voice actress for Oscar Langley, Soryu and Noi on Genesis, actually a big fan of her own character. She has like a room full of like Oscar Langley Soryu paraphernalia and merch and whatnot.
Oh, makes
sense. It's kind of interesting. But yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, the reason I was talking about that book or series I was reading with the is that was the first time I heard of the Cathars, because they had a bit where the knight sort of had there was a mutual attraction between him and a Cathar girl, but she was a Cathar and he was a devout Catholic, so it wasn't going to happen. And I didn't really understand much of what the Cathars believed from that story, but and then I heard about them again in an Iron Maiden song. But and now I don't I remember. It's been a long time since I learned about the Cathars, so I don't remember exactly.
I mean,
what they're all
about. It's a bit sketchy in my knowledge, but as I understand, at least in Crusader Kings 2.
Yeah.
So they have a sense of duality.
Oh, is it sort of Gnostic or?
Well, probably like there's a version
like
of
Demiurge and something like.
I think so. I'm not sure, but basically, they see duality. There's some duality that's very important to them.
Yeah.
Which is reflected in equality of male and female roles.
Okay, right.
Right, because they don't see, like, the ordered headship, they have a duality. So the duality of genders is...
Okay. So that sounds like the opposite of a duality, though, to me. That sounds more like a...
Well, it's more like, rather than having one with subordinates, it's like 2 equal people who are different, but
okay.
equal.
Alright.
And so that's why women were, like... given more
authority and stuff. Yeah, as I said, I know very little about the Cathars.
Yeah, I mean, and I wouldn't take like Crusader Kings 2. Obviously, they're trying to model aspects of it, but
like you're not going to learn a lot about Catholicism from this game beyond the fact that it was influential in freaking medieval Europe.
You might learn some of like the more political aspects of it.
Yeah, but you're not learning about Catholic doctrine about anything.
Well, I mean, there's flavor text, but
yeah, not much though.
We should address this.
We should address this, but it also should address whether or not we are finishing the episode. Yeah. We have time? Oh, we do have time. Excellent. I have heard about the mad woman who tries to blackmail Earl Olav before my friend Earl Olav came to me and asked for help. Earl Olav isn't known for his diplomacy, and, as desperate as he is even more likely Earl Olav would handle the situation with less tact than needed. I'll help you in any way I can. He likes us a lot. That could go sour. Don't get me involved. I want to be reimbursed. Now, let's just do it for free.
Well, yeah, also he's a council member and our only major vassal.
Yeah, we like the guy. He's a friend, Greg, and friends help each other. And so, with that pearl of wisdom, I think it's time to call this an episode.
Friends don't lie, Richard. Sorry, you haven't seen Stranger Things.
I haven't.
But you should.
But I know that these hips don't lie. Yeah, okay.
Just because I had a porto for lunch.
There we go. Alright, that little noise you might probably heard is our timer, so it is time to say goodbye for this week. I assume I'm putting these out?
Yeah.
Yeah,
See you around.
Yeah.